we are long past the CRT era of games like Mario, Sonic, Legend of Zelda and others. However, the nostalgia has driven the gaming industry since a few years now towards retro pixel graphics with two-dimensional gameplay, either as a top-down perspective or side-scrolling. Let us show you what we think are the best pixel games. Shovel Knight is the tip of the spear in this list. No matter what screen resolution you choose, the game will fill your entire screen with pixel goodness. The game includes all you could wish for in an RPG side-scroller. Various enemies and diverse locations, epic boss fights, special powers, weapons, gold and cliché storyline. Superb support for gamepads let you experience this game as old school as it gets. Castle in the Darkness is a relentless stream of unbalanced difficulty when you beat boss in no time and get stuck for hours on some mobs. The achievement Die 500 times should give you a hint on that. Get prepared for infernal humor, for instance you need help, take this, and dropping 1 gold piece. The trolling of this game knows no end, but it's funny. The collisions are badly inaccurate and the screen has a black frame, but despite these issues, the game transposes the old classic atmosphere and it looks properly. I gotta admit, it grew on me, and it resides among the most memorable. V takes you on a journey through a wrecked spaceship that tossed the 6 crucial crew members across the deck, whose name starts with V, hence the game title. Your task is to locate them. The graphics are monotone and the backtracking may be tiresome, but the game is certainly worth the try as a fun pixel puzzler.
Rise, warrior.
Volgarr the Viking may leave an impression of a lacking indie project at first look, but don't let that deceive you. The game is soaking with old-school epicness. Be advised that it doesn't include any checkpoint at all, so you either finish a world entirely or next time you run the game, you start fresh. Vulgar may not have a well-established plot or consistent graphics, but it surely compensates in the gameplay. Much recommended. Deep Dungeons of Doom is a mobile game that got to Steam later on, which shows its roots as enjoyable in small portions of time. The game is simple. You press left to attack, right to block. You can also use one item at a time and a weapon or armor of choice. Despite its simplicity, this game manages to squeeze in a classic RPG storyline and proves to have a high replayability rate. Outo Summer is a quite simple and short side-scroller. Walkthrough will take you about 2 hours. The interesting part is the teleport gun, that lets you reach places that would normally be inaccessible. The entire gameplay is based on this notion. If you have a spare evening and feel like challenging your brain a little, this would be the choice. Environmental Station Alpha is another science fiction pixel adventure with tons of atmosphere and eerie soundtrack. Its design is charmingly colorful and smooth controls let you soak in a dynamic gameplay. The game is not very well advertised, so it may be known to a few people, but it definitely deserves some praise. Sword and Sworcery has won numerous design awards thanks to its original depiction of the story. It is clear that most of the creative fuel for this project has been spent on the story and how the game looks. This is an adventure piece with puzzles. Action is rather scarce. You can check it out both on Steam or iOS App Store. Crawl got me interested with its awesome trailer. Just have a look.
Once again trod the forgotten halls, living flesh that must be broken. The dark gods were pleased with the living blood I had spilt. Gateway to the real world above, and freedom. If you dare face the horror behind.
Even though the game is still in early access, it is pretty solid for a beta and the developer tends to it. Definitely worth trying out for the unconventional gameplay structure. Ever thought of imagining Dark Souls in 2D? Titan Souls is an equivalent of death simulators in a world of pixel genre. The game has a very steep difficulty curve and, quite frankly, we weren't involved enough to play the game for a longer period of time, but it does have some nice graphics and interesting game model. It is based on throwing a singular spear and having to pick it up before you may attack again. It might suit some hardcore gamers. Here are some other pixel games you may find interesting.